What if I told you that starting a podcast is as easy as hosting a virtual meeting? In this video, I'm going to share step-by-step instructions for recording and launching your very own podcast. And the best part is you can use the equipment that you already have. Creating quality content is a challenge, especially if you're a business owner. Being on camera is not comfortable. It's not a natural thing. You're not a techie person and you have no idea where to start. I've been using the sponsor of this video, Riverside, for a few years now. I use it to record my podcast and also to record podcasts for my clients. Because everybody's meeting in a virtual environment, just like you would with a virtual conference call, we're having a natural conversation. And this tends to relieve the discomfort that comes along with being on camera in the first place. And then also Riverside has all the tools you need built right in to record, edit, and promote your podcast. It's super easy. So let's dive in and take a look. First things first, when it comes to your equipment, just use whatever equipment you're already using for your virtual conference calls. And hopping into Riverside, the next thing you want to do is create a studio here in the tool. I create a different studio for each of the podcasts that I'm producing. And for this video, I am creating a test studio. And once you have that studio created, now it's time to invite your guests. What you can do is just go over to the plan recording dropdown. And just click invite to record on this screen. What you'll do is you'll either copy and paste the link, send that out to your guest. I normally do that in a calendar invite and just place the link in the calendar invite. Or what you can do is send out an email to them from Riverside. And what's nice about this is that when they get that email, it's going to list everything that the person should take into consideration before joining the interview. So I tend to do both. And then that way, the person is prepared on recording day. Now on recording day, what you'll do is you will go into the studio, and I normally log in a couple minutes before we start doing the recording. You can see on the left-hand side here, you're going to put your name. It's very important to choose whether or not you're using headphones. I'm not using headphones, so I'm going to select I'm not using headphones. And then over here on the right-hand side, this is where you select all of your camera input. And then you'll just go ahead and hop right into the studio. You can see here's the interface right here. If you need the link to invite the person, you can just select it from here. As people join, they will appear next to you in the studio. And this probably looks familiar to you, just like your video conference calls. And then once you're ready to record, you just hit this record button down below. Now, over on the right-hand side, there are some other things to look out for. You can look at the quality of your audio over here, along with the quality of your video. You can make changes to the quality of your video over here, but everything is on the screen right in front of you so that you can keep an eye on how things are progressing. And then also while you're recording, you can pay attention to the person you're having that conversation with or the people, and you'll see everything right in front of you on the screen. Something to point out about Riverside, what it's doing is it is recording each of the sessions locally on both of the participants' computers. So at the end of your recording, once you've stopped recording, just wait a few minutes and you'll see once those files have fully uploaded, they'll say that they're 100% uploaded, and then you can conclude your call. Now, once everything's recorded, now it's time to do the edit. And what you want to do is hop back in here to Riverside. I'm going to open up a recording that I've already done with a guest on my own podcast so that you can see what that looks like. Hopping back into Riverside, once you go to the main dashboard of whatever studio you're working out of, you'll see I have a number of recordings in here from my own personal podcast. Let's go ahead and hop into one of these recordings, and you just click on it, and you can see that the full episode is already ready to go. This is saying that my episode is ready. If you don't see that your episode is ready, you just want to click on this big purple box. It's going to optimize that episode, and now we can hop in and edit. The way that I approach edits in Riverside is I typically just want to trim the beginning and the end. This is where we're just getting comfortable at the beginning before we really start the conversation. And then at the end, while we're waiting for those files to upload, we probably want to just trim those two pieces. So all you do in order to do that is click on the timeline down here at the bottom. And all you have to do is just drag over to wherever you want to start that episode or the recording. Same with the end. You're just going to click and drag in so that you're trimming the ends. And if for some reason you do want to edit a certain portion of the video out in the middle, all you have to do is just place this cursor right here over wherever that part is, the beginning part of wherever it is that you want to edit out, and go over here and hit trim or split. So we're going to split right here. I'm going to move this cursor again to wherever the end portion is that I want to cut out. I'm going to select split again. And now all I have to do is just select the portion that I want to delete. If I hit delete, you can see that the timeline just collapses on itself so that it's already edited and ready to go. So that's how you trim the beginning of your episode, the end of your episode. And then if you need to make any changes or remove any pieces in the middle, then that's how you edit here in Riverside. Now that your episode is edited and looking how you want it, it's time to take advantage of Riverside's magic AI optimization tools. So once you're in that episode dashboard, just go here to the top. And your options are to set the pace of the episode. This will remove any blank spots in the conversation if you want to remove those and tighten things up a little bit. You can also smooth the speech. That means it will go in and automatically remove ums and ahs or anything that might be perceived as awkward in this tool. And then the big one is the magic audio. So by taking advantage of this optimization, it's going to make your audio sound really, really good. This, out of all the magic tools, this is definitely the one I use on every episode. It's going to make it so that the audio sounds really nice, which we all know is very important when it comes to podcasts in general. You want your audio to sound really, really good. And once you have enabled or enacted those magic AI tools, and again, you don't have to use all of them, but you can if you want. You want to export these files, and all you're going to do is come over here to the upper right-hand side, click the export button, and then that's going to export this episode, and that's what you'll use to distribute on whatever platform you're using and get your podcast in front of your audience. Now that your full episode is edited and downloaded, there are a couple of other AI tools built into Riverside that are going to help you not only post your episode, but also promote your episode. So the first thing you want to do is go back to that main episode dashboard page and click over here to generate your show notes. This is what the summary output looks like here in Riverside. It summarizes your episode. It's also going to generate chapters for you. These are timestamps that as people are listening to your episode, they can click on the specific areas and kind of jump to that portion of the video. So you definitely want to use these outputs. And the other thing you want to do is take advantage of magic clips. Once those clips are generated, this is what that's going to look like based on the length of your conversation. That will determine the number of clips that you get. So the longer your conversation, the more clips you're going to see here. The other AI tool you want to take advantage of here in Riverside are Captions. So let's hop into one of these social media clips. Riverside will automatically generate captions for you. You can edit those captions over here on the left-hand side. And also on the right-hand side, you can change branding for all of your videos. You can edit those here. You can change the layout. And the big one is your captions. So if you click captions over here on the right-hand side, you can stylize your captions. And then once everything is finalized, your captions are burned in or embedded on your video. This is where you're going to export all of these video files and use them for marketing purposes to promote your podcast. The biggest benefit to using Riverside is it's going to save you a ton of time. You can see just by this one episode, I was able to capture a compelling conversation with another person. It generated all of the clips that I can use for social media. I have my transcript and also the show notes that I can use for the description for my episodes. And I also use that content to create a blog post and other types of content if I need it. It generates all of the chapters, so your episodes are all time-stamped, and it just makes everything super easy. And all of this only takes a few hours, and it results in a quality podcast episode that's going to resonate with your audience. Another bonus is that Riverside can potentially replace whatever video conference software you're already using. So if you're using Zoom or Google Meet or anything like that, then this could potentially replace that as well. So if you ever need to record a conversation or do an impromptu recording, it's going to result in high quality video and audio files that you can use to post that content. The other upside is that when you use Riverside, whoever your guest is, they don't have to download any software to use it. You just share the link with them, and then you join in that studio and you're all ready to go. If you're interested in using Riverside to record your podcast, there is a link in the description. You can sign up for free. And then when you're ready to upgrade to a paid plan, just use the coupon code KRI, K-R-I, and you'll enjoy a 15% discount on any of Riverside's paid plans. Before you head out, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe. Thanks as always for tuning in, and I'll see you again in next week's video.